Yeah, what up, King Hill? How you doing, dog?
What's up, man? I'm good.
Man, you already know, man. It's the big dog, man.
Yeah.
This your boy, Big Heem.
And this is King Hill.
You are now tuned in to the OG's Perspective Podcast. Yeah, how y'all doing out there, man? What's up, King Hill?
What's up, man?
Oh, man, chilling. You already know.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man, before we get into this podcast, y'all, I want to, send some shouts out to some of the people that's been leaving comments in our videos. We truly appreciate it. Milio, LV, Buff Boy, Todd Howe, Rob Deere, and King Green. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. It's more people, but, you know, that's just a few names I want to throw in there. Y'all continue to support us. And, yo, right now I'm going to just say it. I'm going to get it out the way early. Y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the notification button, man. We got to grow this channel. I'm adamant when I say this. Come on, man. Y'all starting to look at our videos. We noticed y'all looking at our videos. We need the subscriptions to go up. Y'all continue to support us, man. Now,
shout out to the people that's leaving the stuff in the comments.
Man, shout out to them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
man. We appreciate that, man. Last podcast, I said Marvin Lewis. I want to correct that. It was John Lewis who walked over the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Marvin Lewis was a football coach, and John Lewis was a civil rights activist and a congressman. I think he was the congressman for Georgia. So
okay,
the representative of Georgia. So I just want to say I want to clear that up. It's John Lewis. It's not Marvin Lewis. John Lewis was the one who fought for civil rights.
Right.
All right, man. Yo, you see what's going on with these banks, dude?
Yeah, man.
I hope people starting to pay attention to what we've been talking about because, you know, this has been our conversation for a minute, man. Between them messing the food up, the housing, and we knew the banks at some point in time this was going to start to affect the economy. Yeah,
man. It's supposed to be. It might be more banks that's going to fall. The one, what is it? Silicon
Valley, and I think it was Signature Bank. I know it's two so far.
Yeah. If you got more than what is it,
$250,000,
you got to get like an IOU or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Investors and stockholders, they just lost.
They lose out.
They done.
So y'all, now this is the crazy part. I was talking to a friend of mine, and you know we made a lot of sense. He said a lot of these banks is crypto banks. He said that guy Sam Bankman-Friedman, he believed he's the one leading them to these investigations of these banks that's pretty much doing criminal activity. They done bought this bad paperwork and invested in these bad investments, and they've been hiding to their investors and their shareholders, and he thinks Sam Bankman-Friedman blew him in. So y'all, that's something to think about.
And not only that, it might just show that digital currency ain't gonna work,
or the economy ain't as strong as they say it is.
Yeah, that too.
One or two things, but we know that we work. We know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So man, I'm gonna say this too before we get deep into this conversation. You see these damn ticket prices of these concerts?
I seen Beyonce ticket price.
Man, you already know them gonna be high, but Drake and 21 Savage just dropped they ticket prices, bruh.
How much they want?
$400 a ticket. A ticket.
Me personally don't think Drake tickets is more than $2 a ticket.
Oh damn! God damn, Drake.
I just don't. I don't.
Drake, I think you're a great rapper, bro, and I think your tickets is definitely worth 125. You know, not 400. Come on, 400. God damn, man, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
Maybe 150, but 400 just to get in the door.
Yeah, you can't even because when Kevin Hart was gonna come here, we was gonna go to his
well, that was in the pandemic. You know, you kind of expected that.
No, this is because he did what was
this was post pandemic, like right after the pandemic. when Kevin Hart came in. This was last year, early 20. This was 20. Yeah. So the
reality check tour.
Yeah. So they really ended the pandemic in 2022. It wasn't. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the things is really kind of the ball got back to rolling.
Right.
Things is wide open now, and they just going crazy with this. Y'all crazy. That's all I can say. Well, y'all listen here. We got a good podcast. We're gonna talk about the new Jim Crow laws that's starting to affect America, and are we being more segregated now than we ever was? I mean, everybody is talking about this new racism, the way they man. How is it impacting y'all? We're gonna talk about this rant that I just found out about Charleston White. Of course, we're gonna talk about the Oscars, the Angela Bassett situation, Chris Rock situation. We're gonna get into the Ja Morant because like I said, we've been doing honeydew, so we back at it. But that's what we about to do, y'all. We about to get into it.
Yeah.
So y'all make sure y'all stick around for them hot topics. But Hill, so I'm gonna let you kind of lead this conversation off about this racial. How this racial divide, how these Jim Crow laws is starting to really sneak back in to our everyday lives, especially the South. We're seeing it more in the South. It's more prevalent in the South now, but when they start these things, it spread like wildfire. It ain't gonna just stop there. So, because I got a couple of things I want to talk about it too. So I'm gonna let you lead off this conversation.
Well, it's definitely going. I think it's definitely going to get worse. You know what I'm saying? So it's just we gotta pull it together, and we definitely got to get out there and vote. But I don't know what's going to happen, man. It's going. I see that it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly before it get better.
I look at it like this, and I'm just being honest. I think it'll get ugly for some, but not for everybody, because I noticed they trying to change how we teach our kids. I didn't learn about Black history in school.
Right.
So to me, I don't even care. I know Florida is pushing some extreme laws about teaching Black history in schools. Mm-hmm. And I definitely hope they don't allow that to happen. I mean, he's talking crazy. But overall, I learned Black history at home with my mom and pops. Mm-hmm. They taught me Black history. And I think they're so afraid that young white people want to know about Black history now, because we are integrated, but we live in a segregated world.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, as far as communities, the Black communities and the white communities, unless you have money, you're pretty much isolated to a Black community. Mm-hmm. Fortunately enough, we were able to put ourselves in positions to move out in the suburbs, not the deep suburbs, but in the suburbs. Our kids actually attend suburban schools, mm-hmm. and the further you go out, the schools get better. So I'm grateful, and I know you grateful and thankful that we are able to send our kids to schools where the gyms, the faculty period,
right,
everything is modern. The technology is modern, the football, the gyms, the swimming pools, the bathrooms, everything. The curriculum is even designed to elevate them. I feel sorry for a lot of the kids that live in the inner city where they have to deal with situations where they're getting subpar education. So we are in a position, you and I and any other Black person that's able to move into an area outside of the city where their kids is being offered a better education.
Right.
And with saying that, this is why they're trying to take Black history out of the schools, because now the white kids, they interacting with Black kids.
Yeah.
So the stereotypes that they're getting about Black kids and Black people in general, it's not that they don't believe it anymore, because they interacting with them.
Yeah. Is 9 times with most people. First of all, racism is taught at home. Mm-hmm. And the more they interact with them, the more they probably see, like, what I'm being told is not true. Mm-hmm. And then you got that people who, like, really digging into it, like and really talking about it, like Dr. Umar, and that really talk about the black race and how it is.
Yeah.
So, and you're starting to see it more, and I'm pretty sure they starting to see it too. And not only that, as far as the school system go, when I went to school, I only remember doing anything when it came to Black History is in February in Black History Month. The rest of the school year, we didn't talk about that. No. We ain't even hear about it.
I mean, we actually in St. Patty's Day weekend right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. The Irish community get to celebrate their heritage, which is great. We don't even know ours. You know what I'm saying? Well, I salute the Irish people that they get an opportunity to celebrate their heritage. That's something that I would love to know and would love to find out, so I can start really digging into my roots of my heritage here in America.
Right.
So this is something else I wanted to say. I watched All the Smoke podcast. I saw Charles Barkley. I saw Magic Johnson, and I saw what's his name? What's his name? Mohammed Abdul Rauf. And what's crazy is I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. And he's from Gulfport, Mississippi. And I was listening to him speak, and he said something that I can relate to. He said that he was used to seeing the Ku Klux Klan walk around full dressed.
Right.
I can remember as a kid, man, this was common to us. My father used to work at the battery plant. I was intending to talk to my sister about this, but I'll keep this story short. He used to have to go to work every day and buy a newspaper from the Ku Klux Klan dressed in full sheets. And on Friday, he had to pay a quarter. Listen to this. A paper was a nickel, and my father had to pay a quarter for it. Every Friday when my father go get his paycheck, he used to take me, my brother, and my nephew, Shani, out. And they would stop. We would stop. It was a stop sign. Then the battery plant was up the street. And they said, "Hey, how you doing, Johnny Price?" They knew my father's whole name. And they said, "Hey, I see you got the boys with you." Right. And we never understood. They would give us peppermint, and my father would take them. And man, my father, for as long as I can remember, he worked there. He did that. So I thought it was common, and this was normal for us to see the Ku Klux Klan. My favorite TV show was the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, right? That was one of my favorite TV shows.
Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider. So I didn't know about racism in Mississippi. Some of my best friends was white boys. Bobby Houston, Austin. I can't think of the other one, but we was all little boys growing up in Richland Elementary. That's where I went. Richland Bulldog. Shout out. So anyway, I came to Buffalo and stayed with my grandmother, and that's when I found out about racism. I had watched Roots previously in Mississippi. This how psychologically racism is. It's crazy because I had saw Roots already, but I saw it again when I was with my grandmother, and it was a whole different experience. This one I learned about slavery. This one I learned about the Ku Klux Klan. I thought it was normal for what they was doing to black people in those movies, right?
Right.
So my grandmother started explaining what was going on. I'm like, man, the Klan bad? That flag bad? Blew my mind. So later, my father came to Buffalo around 88. He came up here, and he came back to live with my moms. And I asked my dad, Hill, I was like, yo, why you let us, why you buy the paper from the Ku Klux Klan? And, I asked him all the questions, why he let us give him candy, but he never let us eat it. He explained to us, he said, because if I would have told y'all what was going on, he said, I probably would have got killed going back to work. And y'all wouldn't have been able to be little boys coming up. Ain't that crazy, man?
Yeah.
Now, Chris Rock, before we get into Chris Rock, he said that his mother used to have to go to a veterinarian to get her dental work done.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you a crazy story. My name is Raheem. My full name used to be Raheem Allah, which means most merciful. I have a Muslim name, a holy name. I couldn't go to the dentist using my name. I used to have to use my brother's name because of my name.
Wow.
So my mother and them had to take the Allah off. They had to redo my birth certificate and take Allah off my birth certificate because I was born in Mississippi in 1974. It was still big. Racism and segregation, they was just coming out of that. You know, it was still big because we was taught to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. And that was for a reason. Not only respect, but you couldn't talk like that to white people.
Right.
You had to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, and no, sir. That's how we grew up. And I'm still mannerable like that today. And Charles Barkley said right now today in Alabama, where he comes from, they got a white prom queen and a black prom queen.
Oh yeah, they do separate
proms. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
It's 2023.
Right now today.
2023. So for anybody out there that don't think racism is alive and in full throttle and it's coming back bigger and better, or I wouldn't say better, but it's coming back stronger than ever.
Yeah,
man, it's still going on.
But it never left.
And let me ask you this, Hill: Have you ever experienced a situation of bias or racism towards yourself?
Racism. The most I was as far as like I've been called the N-word in traffic because I probably did something the driver didn't like and drive by, and it's been a couple times. Been a couple times when I had my kids in my car, and it was summertime. Got the windows rolled down. You effing.
And how do you deal with that?
I pretty much I'm used to it. I'm used to I'm used to them saying it. Like that's all you can say to hurt me. It don't hurt no more.
You know what's crazy? Me and you both experienced the situation not long ago. I won't say the organization or nothing like that, but me and King Hill was in a meeting, and there was a situation taking place that we was addressing, and a lady called us niggers. It wasn't directly towards us, but it was said to us.
She repeatedly said it.
Repeatedly said it and laughed.
Yeah.
And I had to give her a history lesson, y'all. I had to give her a history lesson. To the point where I told him a story about when my father showed me a picture. He showed me a picture of a white man standing next to a black woman, her husband. They were both hanging. She was pregnant. They cut her baby out of her stomach and hung the baby by the umbilical cord. This is the story I had to tell this lady. And he cut her vaginal lips off and sold it on his cowboy hat. And he stood next to him like it was a trophy piece. This is how serious the conversation had got when this lady used the language and thought it was funny. That story still haunts me to the day because I was a little boy. I was like 12 years old, maybe 13 when my father showed me that and explained to me this. This was after I had asked him about the Ku Klux Klan, and and I'm gonna tell you I still see that to the day. Y'all might can look it up and find it on the internet, but this is what black people had to endure. Now, young white people starting to see these images. White, I mean, just think about it. Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys owner was spotted in a situation with racism. Now, if you go back and you look at those pictures where you got all those people being hanged, and just look at the crowd, no telling who you may see in them.
Right. Yeah.
What was that? Nina Simone? No, it wasn't Nina Simone, was it? Or was it Nina Simone who made that strange fruit song?
Strange fruit.
When she was talking about the I don't know. I think it was Nina Simone. Not sure. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure of that one. But matter of fact, y'all get in the comments and tell me who it is. But there was a song called "Strange Fruit," and let's see if you can get it up. But on that internet, the song was called "Strange Fruit," but it was about the slaves hanging from the trees, and they tried to ban her from singing this song all around the world. They made it might have been Billie Holiday. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Billie Holiday. You know what? I don't want to get it wrong, but it was a song called "Strange Fruit," and it's crazy, man, because it feel like we back in them times. It's and it's crazy, y'all. Rasheem Carter was lynched in Taylorville, Mississippi. He was found November 2nd of last year. His head was decapitated from his body, and his spinal cord was ripped out. All the teeth was knocked out of his head. And the police seemed to think that this was a situation that didn't have any violence. It was not a homicide.
They said it was they didn't expect foul play or something like that.
Yeah.
Like how could you in that situation, how could you not suspect foul play when something like that happened? That's just crazy.
2022, 2023, black men in Mississippi are still getting lynched. And yes, it was Billie Holiday. It was Billie Holiday that made the song, Strange Fruit. So here we are in 2023. We just had the topic of police brutality.
Yep.
Everybody right now, and I felt like we should voice our opinion because I've never in-depthly talked about racism. But it affects us, man.
Yeah.
You know, I know something that you gotta experience because I experienced it. You know, we drive them big pickup trucks now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever been sitting at the light and somebody pull up next to you? They itching. And they finally get up to you and look over there in the truck and they see it's your black butt. They see your black ass driving that truck and they hear it and straighten up. Come on, man. What's wrong with us driving a nice, big, pretty pickup truck?
Hey, but the thing is, though, this country was basically built off of racism.
But Hill, man, I understand that we only been free, to me, from the literature since 1964. Right. 1968, they passed the voting rights, right? Mm-hmm. Literally, we've been given our voice in 1968. Right? All of our major leaders was killed. Medgar Evers, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton. You name them. All of them died. There's no black leader, we've said this, that's willing to put themselves out there on the line.
Because they know what's gonna happen. If it's a person that they think that could unite black people, they're gonna find a way to get rid of them.
I gotta
look what happened to dude. What's the homeboy name? They just arrested him because he wouldn't be quiet.
Who?
Light skinned dude. They arrested him for child trafficking or something.
You talking about Adam Tate? That's the name, Adam Tate, right? Tate, yeah. Adam Tate, right?
They had offered him some money to be quiet, but he wouldn't be quiet.
Adam Tate. I know who you're talking about. Yes, Adam Tate. They just got him on sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Adam Tate, him and his brother. Yeah.
So if you speak out against them, they gonna find a way to get rid of you.
But okay, he was a little loud. He was loud. You got to speak a certain way. Okay, first of all, you got to unite the people, all the people.
Right.
That's what you got to do.
I think that's the first thing that got to happen, and I feel like that's the hardest thing to do.
I don't think it is. Now, I'm going to tell you like this, Hill. Look. Economically, we're already divided. Mm-hmm. There's a poor class. There's rich and there's poor, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's more poor people, more poor white people in this country than it is black, right? Mm-hmm. It is because there's more white people here than it is us. We only make up 13% of the population.
Right.
Now look at it like this. They said you can take the poorest white man and tell him that he's better only because he's white than the richest black man in America at least. Mm-hmm. And you could take the money right out of his pocket. In today's society, do you still think that's the truth?
Say that one more time.
You could take the poorest white man and make him think he's better than the richest black man, and you could take the money right out of his pocket because he think he's better than a rich black man. He don't got nothing, a pot to piss in, living in a shack, a piece of shit truck, car, whatever.
Yeah.
Because of the color of his skin. When you take the value of race and put it over the value of anything, mm-hmm. That's a problem.
Right.
We're useless. We're poor based on our color?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. What's up, homie? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
So what we got to do is we got to take color out of it. You got to.
But America is the only, as from what I hear of hearing other people traveling across the world, America is the only place that
you got to recognize as a color.
You recognize as a color.
Look at San Francisco. We had this conversation before. They talking about real reparations. $5 million.
Yeah.
$5 million, son.
I need some of that.
I don't think we're gonna be able to go out there. But it's real because they know if you balance the books, because it'll take us 220 years as black people to catch up the wealth gap. Right?
Right.
So if you take the books and balance it out and give black people a balanced wealth across the board, you can't even, what you gonna use color? That's gonna be your only power.
Right.
Shit, them cups, one black, one white. They drink. I don't care which one of them you drink out of. It's gonna be the same thing that you put in them.
Yeah. I seen a video. It was with this older guy, and he was talking to this white dude. It's a older black guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking to this white dude, and he used an analogy. He was like, I'm trying to remember the conversation, but it has something to do with people in black and white, and he was saying, if I take a red cup, a blue cup, a yellow cup, orange, whatever color cup, put water in it, would it be any? And you set them down in a row? What would you see? And he was pretty much saying you would see the color, which one is better or whatever, but you just see the color until you drink it, and you find out it's all water. It's all the same thing. And the black guy was like, that's how people is. We all the same.
We are.
But we just see the color, though.
Well, see, that's how they keep us divided. Let me tell you this. I know for a fact you got white friends, I got white friends. Our conversation is the same. We all get up, go punch the clock, and we complain about the same thing.
Yep.
Are there different advantages for them than there is us? Yes, there are.
Absolutely.
There are. I see it every single day.
Yep.
There are. That's just that's the world we live in. That don't make me stop working harder and striving for more, though.
Exactly.
It don't.
Yep.
It do not stop me. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I want to say. If it's anybody out there that's going through any hardships based on racial bias, especially at this day and age, sit down and talk to your white counterpart about it. Maybe they don't understand what they're doing, and they just need a good talking to. Because I'm going to tell you, man, some of my friends, they didn't see things the way I saw them until I explained it to them. Because they don't go through what we go through.
Right.
When we drive, it's a different experience than when a white person drives. Police get behind us, man, you better be right. I talk to my white friends all the time. They don't experience what I experience when I drive. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
So talk to them. Don't think they're the worst people, and talk to them so they won't think you the worst person. I just seen a little white kid at Wegmans the other day, and I know they ain't seen a black person in a long time because they just stared at me. You know what I'm saying? I still get that here. Like, it's crazy, but that happens. It happens. All right, y'all, we're going to move on. But I'll tell y'all this. If y'all experience any of these new Jim Crow laws in the South, any type of racial bias, sit down, try to talk to them.
They're going to experience, and it's coming. I don't think it's going to just stop in the South. It's going to hit certain places outside of the South. It's going. I just think if they could get away with it there. They're going to try to get away with it.
They're going to try to bring it here.
They're going to try to get away with it everywhere else. And if they get away with it everywhere else, they're going to start getting away with it in the government.
Let me ask you this. Since we here. They just had the Oscars, right? I was going to put this in our hot topics, but I'm going to just, because I'm going to just throw it in here. Angela Bassett thought she was about to win an Oscar for the first time.
She should have won that.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna say this now. Jamie Lee Curtis been a actress for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think she deserved it either?
I mean, she played like what, the Jason roles?
Well, she played all the Michael Myers movies. But this is my story. You can look at it on a money basis, or you can look at it on a career basis. Black Panther forever made $848 million, and I'm pretty sure it's still grossing. Mm-hmm. The movie that Jamie Lee Curtis did was $108 million. You just did it on the gross alone. Angela Bassett should have won an Oscar.
Right. I mean, Angela Bassett should have been won an Oscar.
Yes. She should have won one for Tina Turner. That was the movie she should have won an Oscar for.
Right.
Just like Denzel should have won an Oscar for Malcolm X, but they gave it to him for Training Day.
But if you look at the Oscars.
I'm looking at the Oscar as a whole. But I'm just saying, you got a person that's been in the movie business for 40 years, and they never won an Oscar. And I like Jamie Lee Curtis. Do you think that was a situation where it was a black woman and a white woman, or was just a situation where this was old and this is due?
If I look at the history of the Oscars, I would have to say it's a case of a black woman and a white woman, because that's what the Oscar is known for, really not giving black people Oscars.
I mean, last year they gave out a whole bunch of them, or the year before. They gave a bunch of black Oscars out.
Yeah, but look who did the Oscars last year.
It was a slap. Didn't the slap go down last year when all them?
It was a black producer who produced the Oscars last year. So, of course, a lot of black people going to get.
Since we're going to go there, you don't think Will Smith slap put a, like, hold on, we ain't going to do, I'm just keeping it real now.
Oh, I know.
We gave out plenty of black Oscars last year, and we got a slapping going. Do you think there's like, hey, we ain't going to give out, I'm just keeping it real.
It definitely put a damper on it.
You got to look at that, man. You know, when we get in position to do things, did that put a black cloud, like, yo, we're not going to do this again because we don't know what's going to happen, what to expect. I mean, Morgan Freeman, everybody. I think Samuel L. Jackson, what's the dude from The Roots? Questlove, I think. It was a lot of Oscars given out last year, but it was overshadowed by a slap.
Right.
And again, 40 years. Come on, man. You know, we be at work, dude be like, man, I've been here 40 years. You know, he moving around. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I respect it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when I get if I have to work for that long, which I ain't gonna be working that long, but I want my respect due too.
Yeah.
You know, so congratulations to Jamie Lee Curtis. Congratulations to Angela Bassett for being nominated. Mm-hmm. I know you was mad, maybe a little bitter, and whatever. You know, it is what it is. Keep doing you. Keep making movies. You still a black queen in our eyes. And it could have been the conversation that you had at the Black Girl Rock. You made a very strong statement. You know, things we say sometimes, even me and you, Hill, could hold us back and keep us from moving forward and growing and doing certain things. That's how the world is, man.
Right.
All right.
But we black, the BET
right
should make an award and try to get it to be Oscar level.
Well, I don't think you're going to get
type of award.
A BET is they're in the process of selling BET right now. Byron Allen, Tyler Perry, and I think Puffy bid on it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But until you got somebody a system that's owned and operated by black people,
right,
you won't get that. And even if that is the case, you still want inclusion.
Yeah.
You still want your white counterparts to be able to come in and compete. At the end of the day,
absolutely.
We ain't no racist people.
Right.
That ain't who we are. That's our problem. We about equality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We about equality. So y'all, like I said, man, y'all dealing with some issues as far as racism, as far as racial issues. Approach it. And if you can't deal with it, you know what I say, fuck them. All right? Straight up. All right, man, we about to get into it, man. Like I told y'all, man, if y'all stuck around this long, y'all make sure y'all hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification button, and y'all get these subscriptions up. We're going to jump right into it, Charleston White, dog. What's going on, man? Huh?
That man is...
Dude, I heard
crazy.
Him and Matt, I heard Matt Halper go, but I really wasn't like paying attention. I'm like, man, Matt Halper talking about leave that dude alone. But I didn't know that Charleston White did what he did.
Yeah, man, Charleston White is off the chain. That dude is, I think he got a death wish or something. Cause that dude, the way some of the stuff he said.
Yo, one of my little mans just did an interview. Shout out to my boy Kaya with Charleston White. My little man from Buffalo just did an interview with Charleston White. He said it's about to drop next week, so we'll see how it play out. But this is what I don't like. He said, fuck New York. Fuck everything about New York. Fuck all the New York rappers. Fuck Biggie, Jay-Z. Fuck everybody.
Right.
He said, fuck niggas' mamas. He said a lot of fuck boy shit.
Fuck daughters, all types of shit.
But see, that's the part that got me.
All types of crazy
He said
shit.
some things about Matt Hoffa's little daughter. Let me tell you something, dog. I'm a man. I'm a man, bro. I'm a grown-ass man. And I'm an OG. You feel me? I'm from the streets, man. Certain things you don't do. Now, I know it's some certified niggas in Dallas. And I know Charleston White man said he an OG. He said he about that life for real.
Right.
Yo, dog, check him. That's wrong.
Yeah. He going to come across, eventually he going to come across that right dude that he's just not going to care.
Hill, you can't.
You telling people, oh, I got a show here, I got a show there. He going to come across that person who going to show up and show out.
That fool China Mac said something or whatever, you know, because Charleston White said all that crazy stuff about the Chinese, throw they babies in there with the alligators like they used to do our black babies. You know what I'm saying? We endured a lot, man. But let me just tell you something. When it comes to little kids, little girls, you don't talk about you doing nothing sexually to them, man. Yeah. That's disrespectful, man.
He even prayed about the little girl getting a yeast infection.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. I'm telling you, whoever the OGs is in Dallas, the real Street Star All-Stars, I watch y'all boys. I like y'all podcast. I like what y'all doing. I think his man named Drew or something. Check him, man. That's wrong, dog. Man. Check him, man. That's wrong.
What? Because he go on a lot of he go on a lot of people's platforms.
Check him.
And
you see the feds just had him hemmed up.
Yeah, the feds pulled him over.
Talking about he's doing some Asian sex trafficking and bullshit, but that's all because of that's them boys China Mac and them sanctimony. That's all that was. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they need to
he canceled in New York right now.
These platforms that keep putting them on. Like the
okay.
Where he do his interviews.
Say Cheese. Say Cheese.
They need to cut him off.
He go on Say Cheese and he go on World the All Stars. Listen, this is all I'm saying.
But he go on there talking like he got sense.
Yes, he do. And he get on Instagram and say the craziest stuff. Listen, man, I'm not about to even give Charleston White that much of my time. We know it's all game, gimmick, whatever. But, right. Bro, I don't care what game you playing. Don't disrespect no more little girls. None, man. Don't disrespect no more little girls. You wrong, man. You sound like a child pedophile. That's what you sound like saying that type of shit. That's disrespectful. Don't disrespect Matt Hoffa. If I was you, I'd get on a plane, me and my New York niggas, and go down to motherfucking Dallas and find him and get at him. That's what I fucking do.
He put it out there. He'll be in Mississippi.
Yeah, he'll be in Mississippi. I'm just saying, man, don't do that shit, man. That's
crazy.
Don't do that. That's wrong, homie.
That's wrong.
That's wrong. All right, enough for him. What you got over there?
Yo, so out in the Pacific, they found a submarine had $87.7 million worth of cocaine. That's 2.6 tons.
What happened with it?
I don't know what happened with it.
The Coast Guard found it, so fuck it. It's dead. They found the dude's dead and the coke dead.
2 dead bodies.
Fuck them.
I think they found 2 people, like 2 to 4 people that were still alive, but they needed medical attention real bad.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Them drugs bad anyway. Fuck drugs. I don't like drugs.
$87.7 million.
Fuck them, Hill. That shit got me.
Or for cocaine.
I went to prison and my record all fucked up behind drugs. Fuck them drugs. Okay? Man. I told y'all, young boys, get y'all some jobs, create y'all some careers, be rappers, be entrepreneurs, be tech, be motherfucker, fuck drugs. Fuck drugs, Hill. Chris Rock comedy show.
Oh, man. That was, what was the name of it? Selective Outrage.
I wouldn't give a fuck what the name of it was. That man said some good shit.
It was good.
I liked it.
It was good.
We ain't about to go into details. He called Jada Pinkett a bitch. Will, what the fuck you gonna do about it? That's what I say.
He's hurt. His feelings is hurt.
What Will gonna do about it? Because he told Will, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you or your bitch.
Listen.
Okay, and I ain't calling you no bitch, Jada Pinkett, but Chris Rock said it.
It's Will Smith was embarrassed and hurt over the Chris Rock comments and his
You slapped that man like a hoe, nigga.
Yeah, what you mad for?
You smacked that man down like a little hoe.
Embarrassed him on national television in front of millions of people.
Motherfuckers got nerve to be mad at Chris Rock.
And now a year later, you mad because he you should have expected it. You should have known this was coming. This is a comedian. A good comedian. A well-known comedian. And not only that, he the first person who did stand-up comedy, a live show on Netflix.
Dope. It was dope. I enjoyed it.
It was good. You know what? I might go home and watch it.
Now, fuck that. Fuck that.
Yo, I might go home and watch it, man.
Chris Rock, let me give him applause for getting his rocks off, because you got the shit slapped out of you. That boy got the shit slapped out of him. God damn. He got to talk some shit, though.
He should have said more.
He should have, but he did good. He got off.
He got it off.
Nigga got to watch over his shoulders. Now Will might roll up on him and beat his ass for real.
Will ain't gonna do nothing.
Ja Morant. 200 million. 200 million? Let me just ask you this. You on the sideline with your son. He acting a fool. What you gonna do?
Bring him back down to earth?
Is you going to be over there sipping Henny?
Nah.
Or Crown? Or tequila? Getting into it with motherfucking Shannon Sharp? Showing your son how to act like a fucking clown? Or you going to be out there over there acting like a dad?
I'm going to go snatch him up.
Because I blame it on his father.
Listen.
He the first line of defense, his dad.
Yeah. He should have. I don't get it. I remember when I was younger and hearing older players, yo, I'm going to the league. I'm trying to get out the hood. They practiced on the court to get out the hood. Mm-hmm. They went to practice and play it on the field to get out the hood. They went in the booth, made music to get out the hood. Now, you get all that.
And you want to go back to the hood.
And you ain't going back to the hood. You're bringing the hood with you.
Let me just say this. Why do everybody want to be a gangster?
It's not worth it.
Nigga, I had to be what I was. I wish my father and my mother had money, moved me to the suburbs, and put me in those good schools so I could have been a fucking athlete or a entertainer or a superstar.
Something better than a gangster.
You think I would have wanted to be a fucking gangster with $200 million?
Ain't no way. $200 million. You don't need to be a gangster with $200 million.
You know what my problem would have been? He got too many hoes. Excuse me, my wife, I am married. But that would have been my problem. This nigga got too many hoes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man, 200. Listen.
I got two friends and too many hoes. Fuck out of here.
If I got $200 million, ain't no need for me to have a gun because I'm going to have motherfuckers around me that's going to be certified to have the guns.
But you know what, Hill? Me personally, I'm not going nowhere where I need a gun.
Yeah, that too.
I'm telling you right now.
But if you an athlete or you famous or something like that, security. That's what it's there for.
You get paid security, Hill, but with $200 million, you can have your own parties.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. You see how Puffy and Jay-Z and all these big boys. Magic Johnson rented a motherfucking ship for a month. A month. You ain't hear Steven Jackson and Matt Burns ask, yo, man, can I go on the yacht with you next year? That's what you do when you got money, dog.
Yeah, man.
You don't go out acting like no goddamn clown, no fool. Yo, Ja Morant, we ain't gonna dog you, but we gonna check you, son.
Stop. He said the gun wasn't his. But either way it go.
Of course he gonna say that, Hill.
Yeah. Either way it go, you shouldn't have been nowhere where it shouldn't have happened. It just shouldn't have happened.
He blew 40 million, man. He blew $40 million just because he ain't gonna make the All-Star. He was supposed to make the it's the first NBA team.
Yeah.
$40 million guaranteed just for that. He might be out the league, Hill. He might be out the league. You see what they did to Gilbert Arenas when he got caught with that gun in the locker room. Look, he's suspended indefinitely right now. Indefinitely.
Yeah, man. Messing up your life for no reason, man.
Hey, the young boys.
All because you think it's cool.
The young boys be fucking up.
Man.
Since we on basketball, LeBron James said his son, Bronny, is better than current NBA players.
We'll see.
Motherfucker, he ain't better than him. Fuck, he better than him.
I've never seen. I've
seen him play.
I never seen him play.
Oh, listen, look, Bronny is sweet, but it's Percy Miller out there. Master P son sweet, and then it's this other boy, man. That boy, an animal. Ranked he's number 5th in the country.
Is he going straight to the league out of high school?
I don't know. No. You can't do that no more. You got to play 1 year of college no matter what.
Oh, word.
Or you got to go to the G League or overseas or something.
It's I think LeBron went in.
Yeah, that was it. LeBron. I think LeBron was the last player to do it. Yeah. Can't do it no more. I'm not sure, but whoever the last player was, that was it. Ain't no more going from high school to NBA. And while we on LeBron, I want to give you your flowers, LeBron. Charles Barkley said something real good. He said LeBron James is the best NBA story thus far, because it might be somebody come out better than him. LeBron was groomed for the NBA for one, right? He was groomed for the NBA. But think about it, Hill. He hasn't had no conflict, no cheating scandals on his wife, no type of allegations, period. He been clean. He ain't had no drugs, no violence, no traffic stops, nothing. LeBron is the ideal NBA player right now.
Right.
Matter of fact, he deserves a round of applause for that. Yeah. I didn't say he was the fucking GOAT, though. Okay?
Yeah.
I didn't say he was the GOAT. Motherfucking Michael Jordan is the GOAT, okay, of my era. MJ is the GOAT of my era. And then Kobe became the GOAT after he left.
Yeah.
Now, LeBron might be the GOAT of this era.
Yes.
But goddamn it, he ain't the GOAT.
Yes.
Let's get that shit straight.
I give him that.
I
give him the GOAT
of
this era.
He crispy clean like a Krispy Kreme donut, but motherfucker, he ain't the GOAT. All right? I want you to know that. And salute to you, LeBron. But
don't get me wrong. He's a good player.
What else you got over there, goddamn it?
But he ain't the GOAT. Let me see.
Matter of fact, before right while Hill looking, I just want to send my condolences to the people that Gorilla had a concert up in Rochester at the Armory. I've been there. Finesse 2 times was supposed to come, but he wasn't there. Yeah. From what I heard, Hill, they said somebody screamed gun and it was chaos. It's pandemonium. And young ladies lost their lives up there. Three young ladies.
3 young ladies lost their life.
Yeah.
But my wife knows somebody whose daughter it was. So
I had all their names.
To they, family.
I don't know what I did with that paper, but I had all their names. I'm sorry. I misplaced it.
Condolences to all the family.
Yes. It wasn't Glorilla's fault. It wasn't 2 times' fault. It was just a situation. Couple fights broke out. I always say if it's fights and they get out of hand and ain't enough security.
Right.
If you got enough security, you can isolate it and get those people out of there and shit be smooth. So they lost the vendor lost their license. So we'll see how it play out. It's gonna be plenty of lawsuits, and you know how that shit go. But I wanted to get that out there.
And it was 4 Americans kidnapped in
Mexico. What? That was a couple weeks ago.
Weeks ago.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Two of them was killed. 2 of them was found alive. And it was
5 Mexicans that got turned over. Cartel turned over. Them boys got power. They got political power now. Yeah. Where they can call and say, hey, we're going to give you these motherfuckers for doing this shit. Now, this is what I want to say. Motherfuckers, y'all stop going out the country to getting tummy tucks and shit.
Listen. Listen. Because I'm going to be completely honest. These BBLs y'all getting, if y'all ain't got the legs, y'all look like damn fools.
Yeah, I seen a chick.
It's not looking good at all.
Her legs was like this, and she had 2 watermelons sitting on her ass.
It's not. Listen, the best way, if you want to get a body, if you want to get a butt,
yeah,
I'm telling you,
Squats.
Go to a gym.
Go to the gym. I seen it. Develop.
Get a personal trainer, and if you just want to work out your butts, just work. Because you're going to work out your butt. Because
it's going to grow.
To get your butt, you got to work your legs.
It's going to grow, y'all. The legs and the ass going to grow. Just get in there.
To the gym, man.
I be in the gym. I see things. Let's get off that shit, Hill, because you know you fuck around this might get in trouble. You know what, Hill? I got to say this shit. I've been thinking about this shit. I was listening to Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill song the other day. And I said, God damn. Nicki Minaj is a motherfucker. I said, now you know how I am on my respect shit, right? Mm-hmm. I take respect over loyalty any day. Mm-hmm. Nicki Minaj got to be the most loyal bitch on the planet. And no disrespect, Nicki, to call you a bitch. But, bitch, you a loyal motherfucker. She loved Meek Mill for her baby daddy that was accused of rape.
Yeah.
He did a bid, came home. She was with Meek motherfucking Mill, top of his game, hardest rapper in the game at the time, and left him to go be with a rapist. Even though dude said he's not a rapist, I believe him.
Was he charged?
Even though he's charged, Hill, yes, he was. Guilty? He did not plead guilty. I don't fuck Hill. I don't know Hill. Yes,
he was found. If he was found guilty, then
he might have took a plea deal.
Okay,
but the young lady came back and said the shit didn't happen. Now
shit.
And some controversy with that. But all
is he registered as a sex offender?
He's supposed to be. All right. I don't. Hill, you asking too many motherfucking questions. This is about Nicki motherfucking Minaj. What I'm saying is, that's some dedication right there.
Yeah.
That's some loyalty right there.
Yeah.
You know, I be thinking crazy shit sometimes. I had to get that out, God damn it. What else you got, dog?
That's it for me, man.
All right, y'all. Before we get out of here, Sidney Holmes was convicted in 1988, wrongly convicted of armed robbery. Armed robbery, though. This is the shit that gets. Yes. They gave this man 400 motherfucking years.
400 of them things.
They wanted to give him 800 in some years. They would, if they would have gave him life, he would have came home in 25. The judge and the DA strategically gave the man 400 years so he would never come home. Well, he's home. He's 57 years old. He did all, I think, like 34 years or some crazy shit. I just want to say, brother.
Paid.
I just want to say, brother, if you don't get a dime, enjoy your freedom and get the fuck out of Florida, nigga, because you're probably going back to jail if you stay down there. I'm serious. Them goddamn laws in Florida serious, nigga.
Man, go get a lawyer.
Get the fuck out of Florida. It's serious down there.
Go get a lawyer. Get as much money as you could possibly get, because I'm pretty sure with that is wrongful.
Wrongful conviction.
Wrongful conviction, and what is it? What they call it? Holding somebody in prisoner or against their will, something. Whatever the case, I think he can win the case.
Kidnapping? That's what you want to call it?
You call it what you want to.
30-some years?
Yup, that's exactly what they did.
Well,
but get that money and come on up here to New York State and sit down with the OGs and tell your story.
That's what you do, dog. That's some good shit right there. I like that shit. Motherfucking dad, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, but anyway, do that, man.
Yo, Hill, we about to close this podcast out, okay? You want to handle this? You got some words? You want to top it right now? You want to go ahead, close this out?
Peace, love, and happiness.
Nah, fuck that. Fake ass Russell Simmons ass motherfucker. All right, y'all. Y'all know how I do it, man. It's your OG Big Heem, man. We talked about a lot of things tonight, but the most important subject, the meat and potatoes of this podcast, was about racism, the new Jim Crow era. That's what we living in. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. It's about being rich or poor right now. Do not let them use the racial divide to separate us. We are one race of people. I don't care where we live at in this world. We one race of people. Like this, they can hurt all of us. But if we come together, I promise y'all, we the most powerful unit on the planet. That's what our government fear. That's what all governments fear. For us to come together. We all love each other because I hear us say, whenever something bad happens in America, whenever something bad happens overseas, we all feel pain for those people, wherever it happens at. When a mass shooting take place here, we all hurt. It don't matter whether a black person is the shooter or a white person is the shooter. It hurts the same because some innocent people got killed. Understand what I'm saying? And we just can't feel sad when a mass shooting take place. We got to start feeling the same pain and the same empathy when a young black man get gunned down in the neighborhood for selling drugs or being involved in gang violence, because that shit was inflicted upon us. We can't change it by ourselves, black people. We need everybody, black people, white people. I saw a young black man with autism get jumped and beat up on the subway by a bunch of little Spanish kids, Puerto Ricans. I don't know what they was, but they was calling them the N-word the whole time they did it. They were screaming, nigger, nigger, nigger. The whole time. Where did they learn that from? We got work to do, America. Okay? We got work to do. Let's get our shit together, y'all. God damn it. Y'all know how we do. I just hit the wrong motherfucking button, but I got it back right. We the OGs, man. We're going to do what we got to do. Y'all know how we do. We out. Peace, deuces. Love. We out.